and welcome to this week's video. I'm not going to do anything terribly complicated today. I think we'll just run through the normal qigong set that we do, just the normal 5-6 moves, and then we'll do a mindfulness meditation. And what I would like you to focus on today is, it's a bit difficult to explain. We're all in a situation and we can't do anything about it. And there are two attitudes of mindfulness that I think are really helpful at the moment. The first is acceptance. We are where we are. Can't do much about it, so there's no point in getting stressed and upset about it. The other thing that I think is a very useful thing to cultivate is a feeling of contentment. Now, it might sound a rather stupid thing to be talking about, but one of the tenets of mindfulness is that, how can I explain it? You often hear people say, I'll be happy when. And unfortunately, rarely happiness does not come with when you achieve something. Happiness, it really is a choice that we make. And there's a famous story that someone went to the Buddha and said, I want happiness. And the Buddha said, take away I, that's ego, has no place. Take away want, that's desire, which also has no place. And you are left with happiness. Contentment is a recognition that you can be extremely happy, but it isn't going to last. And it's also a recognition of sometimes things can go extremely wrong, as they have now, but it isn't going to last. So a sense of contentment is something that's really important to cultivate, recognizing that you still have an awful lot to be grateful for, even in the middle of a crisis like this. So hope that's given you time to get yourself into your space, making sure you've got room, making sure you're not going to be disturbed. And let's start by bowing in. So just stand, or if you want to sit, you can, but I am mainly demonstrating this and talking through standing. If you would like me in a future video to demonstrate and talk through seated, just let me know, but I can't keep swapping between the two. So just stand normally and let's bow in. So bring your right hand across your body with your palm up. Bring your left hand across your body, palm down. Clasp your arms and then bow from the waist in love and trust, and acknowledging the energy and myself and everybody else who is watching this video. Then step out, so your feet are about a hip width apart. Take a moment to make sure you're in the best possible posture. So send your awareness down to your feet to make sure that your weight is evenly distributed. Bring your awareness up to your knees and just relax them slightly. Bring your awareness up to these muscles here, these abdominal muscles, and just gently tuck your bum under. Give a little pelvic tilt to engage them. Get your back as straight as you can. Get your neck nice and straight. And then tuck your chin in and send your awareness up to the top of your head, and make sure the top of your head is pointing up at the ceiling or the sky. And then take a moment just to get used to this position. And just stand and breathe. Maybe tune into your body. Just check it's comfortable. And remember, nothing you do should cause you pain or discomfort. So if you need to adjust your posture, feel free. And with all the movements, do not do anything that causes you pain or discomfort. It's not about doing it perfectly, it's about doing it perfectly for you. And then tune into your mind. Maybe a sense of how you'd like to feel at the end of this, whether it's relaxed, content, calm. And then I'd like you to imagine that you're a tree. Can you imagine from the top of your head, branches growing out with the leaves reaching up to the sun? And can you imagine from your feet? Imagine those roots growing down deep into the earth, connecting you to the earth, helping you to feel safe and grounded. Let your arms hang loosely by your sides. Just making sure that the palms of your hands are facing backwards. And then with your next in-breath, just allow your hands to gently float up in front of you. And then as you breathe out, just allow your hands to sink back down. Find your own breath and your own rhythm. Make sure everything is tuned into your breath. And you move your arms as far as you can manage in one gentle, easy breath. Only move your arms as far as your shoulders are comfortable to go. But just only want to take your arms up to waist height at maximum. So this is quite a small and gentle move. And then we'll do this move twice more. And then we'll move on to the next move. Starts the same, but then let your hands spread out. And as you breathe out, they float back in and back down. Again, if you've only got a small breath, this will only be a small move. Just do what works for you. Breathe in, your hands float up and spread out. And as you breathe out, they float back in and back down. Try to be aware of your chest and lungs expanding on the in-breath and then relaxing on the out-breath. Breathe in, your hands float up and spread apart. As you breathe out, they float back in and back down. And then we'll do this move twice more. As you breathe out, just relax and let go. And just do a quick scan through your body. Make sure your feet are still flat on the ground. Make sure your weight is evenly distributed. Think about those core tummy muscles. Make sure your shoulders are relaxed. Maybe wiggle your fingers, wiggle your toes. And then we'll go on to the third move. Now this time as you breathe in, let your arms float up and make an arch. Make the arch as high as you're able to do. If you can get right up there without stretching, that's fine. But just whatever is comfortable for you and for your shoulders. And maybe just take a few breaths to make sure you're happy with your position. And then when you're ready, with your next in-breath, shift your weight, with your next out, shift your weight slightly to the left. And then uncurl your right arm to balance the move. And as you breathe in, your hand comes to the top and your weight comes back to the center. Then do the same on the other side. We'll do one more move on each side. As you breathe in, your weight comes to the center, your hands meet at the top. Then turn your hands outwards. As you breathe out, just let your hands gently float all the way down by your side. Then as you breathe in, let them float up again. Only move your arms as far as you can manage in one breath. Don't stretch, don't strain. Keep your shoulders relaxed. Small is beautiful in Tai Chi, so small move like this, if it's done with the breath and being mindful of the body, is much better for you than pushing and making a really big move like this if your body doesn't want to do it. Just do what works for you. Do this move twice more. As you breathe out, just relax and let go. Then bring your hands up in front of you, just in front of your lower abdomen, palms pointing up. Excuse me. And then with your next in-breath, can you turn from the waist to the left? Let your left hand drift out. And then as you breathe out, you turn back to the front and the hand comes back into the center. Then do the same on the other side. And then we'll do one more move on each side. And as you breathe out, let your hands gently float down by your side, and we'll do the move called rowing the boat on the lake. And this time as you breathe in, let your hands float up with the palms forward. And as you breathe out, let your hands come forward. And as you breathe out, let them sink down, and imagine you're breathing out through your fingertips. Imagine the energy coming out of your fingertips like a fan. We'll do this move twice more. At the bottom, just relax and let go. And then bring your hands in front of you, palms up as we get ready to balance your chi. So this time as you breathe in, imagine you're feeling around a small ball, and as you breathe out, imagine you push that ball underwater. Be careful to keep this move very small. Be careful to take your hands no higher than your heart. Do this move twice more. This time as you breathe out, bring your hands to rest in front of your tummy or on your lap or by your side, whatever works for you. I just want you to take 3 or 4 gentle, easy breaths. Just getting that sense of everything just settling back to where it should be. And then when you're ready, let your arms hang loose by your side. Bring your left foot in towards your right, and we'll bow out as we bowed in. And then get yourself ready for our meditation. move the computer down so it's closer to me. Okay. I hope you've managed to get yourself settled and comfortable. Seated, lying, standing, don't mind, as long as you're comfortable. And the first thing I'd like you to do is to have a sense of curiosity. Have a completely open mind about what you may experience during this meditation, and let go of any expectation that it should go a certain way or that you should get certain reactions. I want your mind to be open to accept whatever experience you have during this short meditation. Now, mindfulness is not about clearing the mind. It's about being aware of what your mind is doing. It's also about being aware of sensations in and around you and sensations in your body. Being aware of them, noting them, but accepting that you don't have to pay attention to them. You don't have to follow that particular train of thought if you don't want to. And what we do in mindfulness meditations is give you a chance to practice noticing your thoughts and then anchoring your thoughts in something else, normally your breathing. So I'm going to be suggesting various things for you to pay attention to, and the first thing I'm going to be suggesting is that you pay attention to the sound of my magical singing bowl. I'm going to let the bowl sound 3 times. The third time, I'm going to let the sound die away, and what I would like you to do is to see if you can follow the sound of the bowl and find that point where it fades into silence. So as the sound of the bowl fades from your ears, what else are you aware of coming into your ears? There could be many sounds coming to your ears. Ticking of the clock, maybe voices from another room or from the street. Maybe there is silence. What do you feel and think about the sounds that you're hearing or the silence? Just notice your thoughts and just accept them for what they are. And understand that you can actually choose what you pay attention to. And what I would like you to do now is to choose to pay attention to your body. I want you to notice the point of contact between your body and the chair or the bed or the stool or the floor. Just notice that point of contact. What textures are you aware of? What shapes? What contours? Even if this is something, even if you're sitting or lying in something that's really, really familiar with you, can you pretend that you've never felt it before and look at all the contact with new eyes, with the curious eyes of a child? And then I want you to bring your attention still further in so that you become aware of your breathing. Just allow your attention to rest, noticing every in-breath and every out-breath as it naturally happens. Not changing your breath, not being critical, Not thinking, I wonder how other people are breathing. Not thinking, oh, my breath isn't very good. You're just breathing. You're doing what's right for you. If it's working for you, don't knock it. Just breathe and notice your breath. Just noticing what happens. And there is no right or wrong thing to notice. There's lots of different things you can notice about your breath. Just let your awareness rest with whatever comes most strongly to your attention. Now, thinking about your breathing isn't the most normal or exciting thing in the world to do. And you know what? Probably means that your mind is going to get distracted and wander off. Maybe you'll realise you're not quite as comfortable as you thought you were. Maybe your mind will go off into a daydream. Maybe you'll find yourself remembering something that happened in the past or worrying about something that might happen in the future. Well, I tell you, if you could see the inside of my mind when I am being led in a meditation rather than leading it, you would be surprised, because my mind wanders all over the place. So if your mind does wander, that just means you've got a totally normal human mind. So welcome to the human race. So don't criticize yourself. Just accept that your mind has wandered, because that's what minds do, and then gently lead your mind back to your breath, because you need to understand that you are not your thoughts. You can choose what to think. You can choose what to think about. And right now, I would like you to choose to think about your breath. Because whatever else your mind was taken away to, the only thing that matters right here and right now is just this breath coming in, just this breath going out. Allow your breath to be an anchor to this breath, to this moment. And however many times your mind wanders away, just as many times lead it back. Not criticizing yourself, praising yourself for not giving up, for practicing this technique. Be patient with yourself. It does take practice. But that's what this is for, to give you practice. So, what are you aware of when you breathe? Can you feel air moving? If so, where? In and out of your nose, in and out of your mouth, through your throat? Can you feel muscles moving? If so, where? Tummy, chest, back? Now, as you notice the movements, you will notice that there's a rhythm and a cycle. You breathe in and you breathe out. You breathe in and you breathe out. But I'd now like you to focus your awareness, if you can, on the middle of the cycle, because right in the middle, everything is still. Because when your in-breath becomes an out-breath, and then again, when your out-breath becomes an in-breath, just for a moment, everything is still. How do you feel inside that stillness? How do you feel inside the silence? Let your breath and your awareness of your breath be an anchor to help anchor you into that moment of stillness. Turning your awareness to your breath just as many times as your mind wants to wander away. congratulating yourself every time you do it. Using the silence to practice this for yourself. Just practicing, returning your awareness to your breath as many times as you need to. And really noticing the stillness in between each breath. Now, stillness is something that, even in this strange world, is very hard to find. We do still have to do things. We have to do things in a different way, and that may be a source of stress and anxiety. When we go out, we still have to go out, most of us. It's very different. That can be scary. And this can mean that our minds are forever trying to solve things, sort things out, help us cope. But do you know what? Every part of us, our bodies and our mind, really need stillness. Because it's in the stillness that our bodies can start to let go of all those stress chemicals that otherwise would be running around our bodies. If a car will never stop to be refueled with petrol, it would not be much use. It would stop going. It would stop being useful. Well, think of your awareness of your breath and that stillness as your refueling stop. Think of your breath and your awareness of your breath as an anchor that can help you find that stillness anytime that you need it, because that stillness happens hundreds and thousands of times every day. So anytime you need stillness, you can find it simply by focusing on your breath. And now, can you bring your awareness back once more to your breathing, and then allow your awareness to spread out so that you become aware of your body. Notice once more where your body is in the room and what it's in contact with. And allow your awareness spread out so you're aware of the room and sounds from both inside and outside the room. And then I'm going to invite you once more to listen to the sound of my singing bowl. And as you bring yourself back to normal awareness, don't rush straight off. Do make sure that you are fully awake and alert before you go and do anything. But can you also keep in the front of your mind the thought that you can take this feeling with you through the rest of your day? Thank you very much for being with me. As I was doing this session today, I found myself thinking, I really need to do a video where I look in detail at the two main stances that I demonstrate during these short sessions, which are the side-by-side stance, the side-to-side stance that we use in painting the rainbows, and also turning from the waist. So look out for a video at some point where I will go through those stances in detail. Thank you for watching. If you've got any comments or feedback, I welcome lots of all the positive. Well, I welcome all constructive feedback. I don't mind criticism as long as it's constructive criticism. If you've got anything you'd like me to cover in next week's qigong session, whether you want me to look at physical issues or more mental health issues, let me know. If you want me to focus on anything particular in the meditation, again, let me know. Obviously, I'm standing here in my room doing what I think of, but it's not my session, it's your session. And, I welcome any feedback about what you would like included. These sessions are completely free. Do please feel free to share them with anyone that you think might benefit. I do have a Patreon page, so the link for that is at the top of the Crystal Wolf Qigong and Mindfulness page. So do pop on over there and see what you can get for a very small amount of sponsorship. These are also available on YouTube, or will be when I get round to uploading them again. I've rather got out of the habit. But thank you for being with me. And if you're one of my regular viewers, I will see you some point next weekend. And if you're a CPM viewer, I will see you on the CPM page on Tuesday.